Can you take me higher?
I can't. Sorry, you're too heavy.
Wow. Hello, cinephiles, and welcome to Silver Screen Sips, a podcast where two idiots talk about movies. And today we are discussing the 2014 movie, The Purge, Anarchy. 2014, right?
Really?
2014, yes.
Wow, they really just did it in a year.
Yeah, they really did it back to back like that. And it shows. Just a reminder that there are spoilers ahead for movies and TV shows that you might not have seen yet. So just know that you've been warned. Before we begin...
Yes?
Actually, I have nothing. I thought I had news for some reason, and then I realized I don't have any announcements. My life is boring. But you know what's not boring is this week in Hollywood. Nice. Now we're going to get copyrighted. All right. Starting off strong. Well, actually, you'll see. Not so strong. The Marvels movie debuted it in theaters this past week, and the box office ratings are looking pretty dismal. The film marks a new low. Yeah. The film marks a new low for the MCU series, overtaking the 2008 Incredible Hulk movie, which that's...
Yikes.
Yeah. Earning only $47 million in its opening weekend. The film didn't do great overseas either, earning only $63.3 million globally, which isn't even that much more than we got nationally.
Ooh.
Yeah. I have heard from one person who has never seen any of the other MCU movies that it's a good movie. So I'm not listening to their opinion. If they're listening, they know who they are. They're like, I don't get why everyone hates on it so much. And I was like, well, did you see all the other movies? And they're like, no. I was like, well, that would explain why you think it's fine, because as a standalone movie, it's probably very entertaining.
Maybe I should go see it. I haven't seen an MCU movie since 2020.
Oh, I've seen some pretty crazy reviews about it and film analysis of what the actual movie and story and plot is, and it's interesting to say the least.
Oh, I watched Multiverse of Madness. That was my last Marvel movie. And before that was No Way Home.
Did you see Guardians of the Galaxy 3?
I have not, no.
Oh, that one's actually really good.
I'm really marveled out. I know that Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is supposed to be the best one so far.
It really was.
Phase 5, which is saying a lot, because given that Phase 5 is literally trash, and there's 10 movies in Phase 5 and only 2 of them are actually any good.
Yeah, pretty much.
One of the good ones happens to be Multiverse of Madness, which I know everybody has a differing opinion on.
Yeah. I think Multiverse of Madness had a lot more potential but it wasn't a terrible movie. I just was kind of disappointed with how they did it.
Oh yeah. It's just a solid.
It's straight mid.
Out of 5 or something.
Yeah. I also think that I am also marveled out, but Guardians of the Galaxy to me is its own thing. So I was okay watching that. I did watch that recently.
Thanks, James Gunn.
And I only cried 15 times. Anyways, moving on to more Disney shit. Let's hear it.
Because Disney owns everything. Disney and Pixar's upcoming film Inside Out 2 just dropped a new trailer featuring a new emotion, anxiety. Me.
Oh.
The sequel will include most of the original cast of characters, along with Maya Hawke voicing for anxiety. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
This film is directed by Kelsey Mann, produced by Mark Nielsen. It will hit theaters summer 2024.
I did see the trailer, and I'm not gonna lie, I loved Inside Out 1, and Inside Out 2 looks promising.
Inside Out trilogy.
Ooh, please. So there's a new A24 film on the horizon, and it's being directed by Darren Aronofsky. Love him. The film, though, is going to be a biopic about Elon Musk.
I'm disgusted.
Of course, which angle the film chooses to take on its subject remains to be seen. However, knowing Aronofsky's work, whatever he does make of Musk on the screen, it should at least be an interesting film.
It better be, if I'm going to be watching 2 hours of Elon Musk.
I want to see Elon Musk, but Black Swan edition.
I hope, I think the funniest thing would be if they AI transferred Elon Musk's face onto a child, and that's what playing his childhood. I think that'd be hilarious.
Oh yeah, it would be great.
speaking of wild things.
Yes.
Wile E. Coyote. We're going to talk about Wile E. Coyote versus the Acme movie, right?
Yes, please fill me in because I keep hearing about this and I have no fucking clue what this means.
Okay, so as you guys heard a very long time ago, HBO has been taken over by Discovery, right? So it's HBO Discovery now. And they like to take projects that have been mostly completed and just shelve them for tax write-off so they don't have to pay taxes. Or, well, they don't have to pay as much in taxes, because business stuff. However, Texas Congressman Joaquin Castro has called out Warner Bros. Discovery on X, formerly known as Twitter, for shelving yet another project upon its completion. The Wile E. Coyote versus Acme movie was already completed. Like, it was done. Like, it was just ready to be shipped out and just be whatever it needs to do. However, it was shelved and never released for a tax write-off, which is what they've been doing for all the other projects, such as Batgirl and Scoob: The Holiday Haunt, which was going to be the Scoob sequel. The congressman called for the Justice Department to send a federal antitrust probe of the practice, comparing writing off completed projects to burning down a house for the insurance money.
Wow.
Yeah, because the saga never ends. After the backlash from people online, as well as representatives of the actors and crew from the projects, Warner Brothers Discovery has actually reversed its decision and has given the green light for director Dave Green to be allowed to shop the movie to other studios and streamers.
Oh boy. The strike's over for like not even 2 weeks, and we're already back to this shit.
Yeah, because the studio's greedy, obviously.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Warner Bros. Discovery is, man. Once Discovery got involved, HBO Max went downhill. The quality is terrible. They had a bunch of shows on there I don't want to watch.
No.
But he does bring up some good points. The congressman is, as much as I hate to agree with Texas, he does bring up some good points that making projects and then just shelving them just so you can do tax write-offs is kind of like fishy.
Illegal? Or yeah, not really technically illegal, but it is definitely sketchy for sure.
Yeah, because you're like, because what you're doing is you're spending a bunch of money to then just take it off of your taxes for the bottom line. And that also kind of betrays your trust in the people that are making
no one's going to want to fucking make projects for you anymore because you're just going to write them off and cancel the premiere or whatever.
Why would I spend 3 years of my life working on something that you're just going to then throw in a vault somewhere that no one will ever see for the rest of time because you just don't want to pay your taxes? Nobody's going to want to work for you.
Exactly.
So I think that is, even if, obviously the Justice Department can't do a federal probe because he says the idea of federal probe is because it is an antitrust problem, which he makes a point of that because of those things, you're also demeaning the product value. So like Wile E. Coyote, right? If you just start canceling projects and shelving them like that, you kind of hurt the brand of like Looney Tunes and stuff like that. So if you were to ever sell it, you kind of don't give it its full, worth. And it kind of then ruins other properties. So if you were to even sell it off to someone else and they're not aware of like that it was done this way, then the brand doesn't hold as much weight. So that means now you've just affected competition between all the businesses.
Yeah.
But yeah, Warner Brothers, what the hell are you guys doing over there?
Beats me, man. Beats me. Speaking of production companies, or streaming companies, sorry. Netflix released a trailer for a new film titled Damsel, starring Millie Bobby Brown.
Millie Bobby Brown.
AKA Stranger Things girl. As a princess who has to fight a dragon. Wow. So the fantasy film includes a pretty big cast, including Millie, obviously, Angela Bassett, lover, Robin Wright, Ray Winstone, and many more. Although the release date for Damsel is currently unknown due to the recently concluded actors' strike, the trailer, which you can find online, offers a first look into what's to come. And I watched the trailer and here's the thing. It looks like every other fucking Netflix trailer, but I'm kind of interested. Like, it looks like shit. Like, it looks like a fucking put together last minute graphics, like CGI, people working to the last minute to put it out there kind of thing. Like, if you watch the trailer, you'll know what I'm talking about. And it kind of looks cheesy, but I kind of want to see Millie Bobby Brown fight a dragon. So we'll see if I watch it. I might just watch it if I'm bored one day, and I'll let you guys know.
2 hours for a 5-minute scene.
Yeah. It also might be a little, like I said, cheesy, kind of like, it's probably not going to have a gripping story, I don't think. But we'll see. Anytime I hear Millie Bobby Brown like say more than a sentence in anything, it feels weird because she played a character that didn't speak for so long.
I have never seen Stranger Things, so I don't think I'll have that same reaction.
That's true. That is true. But yeah, anyways, why don't you finish off with the last headline? We can get out of here.
Well, guys, it's to let you know I hate Mondays. And so does Garfield. So the trailer just dropped.
Sorry. What? How ironic that this is coming out on a Monday. Continue.
Yes. As the top comment says on the trailer itself, it's ironic. The best part of this trailer is that it was also posted on a Monday. The trailer just dropped for the new animated Garfield movie featuring Chris Pratt as the famous orange cat, which I now think he's just trying to collect all the animated characters he could possibly think of.
Yeah.
The new animated feature introduces new characters to Jim Davis's universe, including Samuel L. Jackson as Vic, Garfield's father.
I just want to hear him say motherfucker in a kid's movie.
Motherfucker, where's my lasagna? The film will be in theaters May 24th of next year, and you can watch the trailer online.
He just goes, I hate motherfucking Mondays. Anyways, that concludes This Week in Hollywood. You can find all of our sources cited in our Discord channel. Please go check it out. Yeah, I have not watched that trailer, but
it's very cute.
Yeah.
And then also then you hear Samuel Jackson's voice come out of like a giant orange tabby and you're like, what the hell?
Also, if you guys want to find all the trailers we're talking about, we will be posting them on our Discord channel as well in our trailers section. So you can watch those and also ones in the past that we have made that are also really good.
We didn't make them.
Or look interesting. Yeah, we didn't make them. I just meant like we made the post.
I Googled Inside Out, and there is a theory video that came out an hour ago about can Bing Bong return?
Bing Bong. Fuck your life. Sorry, that's wrong. Bing Bong. Well, Isaiah posts those in the Discord. Isaiah, actually, you are going to be doing Big Blues, Big Brews. My apologies.
It's time for Big Brews. Today we have for the Purge Anarchy the Anarchist Martini. Yeah.
Oh boy.
So this martini comes from Cocktails and Bars.
Mm-hmm.
The drink recipe is created by Simone, I believe. Caporale. So sorry. Multi-time world's best bartender winner.
Okay.
Winning awards. Now the ingredients. We have also converted these from milliliter to ounces to round, and so might be a little rounded up, but you shouldn't have any issues. We have 2 ounces of your choice of dry gin. Could be Beefeater, Tanqueray. I
don't know.
Bombay Sapphire for the common ones, you know.
Yeah.
1/4 ounce of extra dry vermouth. Disgusting. 1/4 ounce of Italicus. Never heard of this. What is Italicus?
I don't know. He did link to it though. What a nice guy.
Italicus Rosalio di Bergamatto.
Wow, that was
very
so white.
Is an Italian spirit
of some sort.
It doesn't really say what it is. Oh God, there's a word essential oils in there. Never mind.
It is designed to be used with sparkling wine and white spirits, whatever that means.
Whatever that is. And then you're gonna 2 dashes of the bitters. Truth bitters is what he wrote.
The bitter truth. Interesting. I like it. Nice name. Okay.
So how to make it? You're gonna pour all the ingredients over ice in a mixing glass and stir to combine them, and then strain the contents into a chilled martini glass and garnish with a lemon twist.
Okay.
Italicus. He also made a note of the Italicus. The Italicus is a uniquely created aperitif designed for making low alcohol content drinks and adding a citrus-based flavor to change up cocktail recipes. You can read more about it in our post in our Discord. So, I don't like vermouth. Sorry.
I'm not a big martini fan, so I'm kind of with you. I'm an adult. Like, I don't like fruity drinks, but I also do not like old people drinks like martinis. I'm like somewhere in the middle.
I think throw some Bombay. So if I do this right, it'd be mostly Bombay. It's mostly gin. So I guess if you don't like gin, you're not gonna like this.
Yeah. So far out of all the gin drinks I've had, I have not really cared for any of them. So I don't think I like gin.
Yeah.
I'm still open to it. If someone wants to change my mind about gin, make me a gin cocktail. I really want to like gin. Also, want to point this out to you, Isaiah, that there are 2 dry liquids in this.
Yeah. So it's going low on my list.
Yeah, grab your water.
Yeah, no, this is gonna be like like a 1.5 out of 5 for me.
Yeah, I probably will also give it a 1.5. Like I said, I'm trying to be open to it, trying to be open to more things, but this is tough. This is
I
a
agree.
tough one.
I don't like dry drinks. I don't want to drink. I don't want to drink something. I don't want to drink a liquid that feels like I'm drying out.
I'm doing the opposite. Yeah.
Oh wow, I'm so thirsty. No, it'll make me better. Drinking things that'll make me more thirsty.
Yeah, I think I agree. I feel like this is gonna be more of a on the bitter side. I know that the Italicus, if we're saying that right, brings kind of like a citrus flavor to the concoction, but I still think it's not going to be enough for me, at least.
Bitter Truth Bitters, though, that is the funniest name.
That is great. That is the best takeaway. So I'll go with you on a 1.5. I think 1.5.
Yeah, I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. So the 1.5.
Yeah,
half.
We will try it. How about that? Will we like it? Who's to say?
There are, however, the Bitter Truth, by the way, has different flavors of bitters, so you can get like black cherry and stuff.
Interesting. Black cherry sounds good.
Yeah,
but again, I feel like it would be very.
I mean, yeah, it's only minute. 2
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like it'd be a very minute flavor in there, very small. Okay, well, thanks, Lewis, for that drink. I liked the name, the Anarchist.
So if I get drunk during the purge, nothing's illegal. Everything's under the influence, but nothing's illegal.
Right.
Driving under the influence, not illegal.
Give me my keys. Just kidding. We do not condone drunk driving.
Drink and drive. That is a terrible decision.
Speaking of, which actually ties into this movie, oddly enough.
Drinking and driving?
Yeah. It's how the guy's kid dies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Spoilers. We'll get into the story of the movie in just a second. But first, we'd like to take a moment to thank the sponsor of today's episode, Shaker and Spoon. It is a monthly subscription service that gives you bar quality recipes and ingredients designed by award-winning mixologists. Their latest box, Bourbon, features amazing cocktail recipes for bourbon lovers with an autumn touch. If you'd like your very own box to drink along with us, then you can head on over to shakerandspoon.com and use our promo code SIPS10 to get $10 off your first subscription. Again, that is promo code SIPS10, SIPS10, to get 10 whole freaking dollars off. All right. So it's time for Beth's question of the day, serving it up Gary's way. However, this question, not gonna lie, this question sucks. Okay, I really struggled coming up with a question for this one. Next one, I feel like I'll be able to come up with a better one, but I got the two obvious questions done and out of the way for our first 2 episodes, and then I was just, the tank was dry. So bear with me, everyone, and Isaiah, for this. So throughout the film and throughout the whole series, actually, a lot of purgers, I guess you could call them, tend to wear masks, right? To hide their identity. I'm not really entirely sure why they started doing that. Perhaps you could give me some insight on that if you know.
What are we doing? Sorry.
Well, this is not the question, but
are you asking why they purge?
No. You know how like a lot of the purgers wear masks. This is not the question of the day, but I just was wondering if you know why.
No, I mean they kind of like hinted on it in the first purge of being like, oh, they're wearing masks. I wonder why.
It was like a news anchor asking, like, why do they wear masks? Are they ashamed of themselves, or are they doing it as an intimidation tactic? It's like
those are your 2 answers.
Yeah. So my question is, what kind of mask would you wear, or like how would you scare people or intimidate people? What would you, besides obviously having a fucking weapon, but like
my machete?
Yeah. What would be your approach? Would you be fucking rolling around in a truck playing creepy music, shooting up in the air? Would you be doing like what that one fucking lady was doing on the bridge in the movie where she had the megaphone and she was just like, I am God, bow before me, I will kill everyone, kind of thing? Like what if you saw it would scare the shit out of you? What would you do?
Oh, if I saw it?
No, I meant that in the way of like, think of it like if you saw it, it would scare the shit out of you. So
these are 3 very different questions.
I told you this is this is gonna be a rough segment for me today.
All right, so I will
How would you intimidate people? How would you scare them?
if I was going to scare them, I'll answer it in the way you proposed it, of the mask first, okay?
Yeah, that's kind of why I asked that first, because I want to dive deep into your psyche here, what you think is scary.
What I think is scary. I can show you the mask I would wear.
Oh God, is it Momo?
No, God, no.
That would scare the shit out of me.
No, I would never.
If anyone knows who Momo is, don't look her up. She's scary.
Or
do
look up Momo from Twice. That's better.
Momo from what?
Twice.
Twice?
Yeah, my K-pop fans will know what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
I gotta find it. 1 second.
Can you describe it to me? Because you're gonna have to describe it for the listeners, anyways.
Yes, I will post. So I will post this picture, obviously, in the our Discord. But it is something called a cryo. It's like Crytek, not Crytek. That's an engine. It is. I would call it cybertech. Think it's like Cyberpunk, but it's not. It's more of like black and white. Less grunge. I would say more high tech than if grunge was high tech somehow. That's the only way I think. But there's a special, a very specialized one that is, it looks like a wolf's mask because it entirely covers up. It's like a helmet more than it is a mask because it covers up the whole head. But it looks like it looks like a mechanical wolf that's trying to eat you.
Interesting. I'm concerned that you had this on standby here.
Well, not on standby since I obviously can't find the damn picture.
Yeah, you know what I meant though. Like, you had your answer. I expected you to have to think about it, but.
Oh no! When I find it, I'll send it to you because I can't right now.
I look forward to it, and I'm sure everyone else does too.
Thank you. And to answer your second question, I don't know if I do anything intimidating. I mean, like I probably do the things like rob the banks, do what we mentioned last episode. So I don't know if I would do anything that's like intimidating. It would definitely be more in the lack of doing something. Like I'd probably just like stare at them from a distance because I think that's more intimidating is the lack of doing anything. Because like it's one of those like. They will then start to panic and be like, okay, why isn't he doing anything?
Yeah.
When is he going to do
it's
something?
Kind of like in this film with the God mask guy.
Lakeith Stanfield, yeah.
Yeah, where he just kind of like stands there and stares from a distance and waves his machete. Yeah.
He's very creepy.
That's a good one.
And then, I don't know, what was your third part of your question?
It was more of like, it was kind of in play of what my question was, but it was basically like, what would scare the shit out of you if you saw it on Purge night?
Well, definitely the if I was in the Purge and I saw someone shooting off the roof screaming their God, I would probably want to avoid that.
See, to me, that's not scary. It's more of just like, oh God, just stay away from that one.
I see that every other week.
Yeah.
I think now that it would probably just be something that's like actually intimidating. I don't know. Because there's things that are scary. There's things like, they're trying to like scare you. But I think intimidating would be doing the same thing I would be doing of just sitting there menacingly.
Yeah. Standing there menacingly. Nice. Oh, I know what my mask would be. I just found the perfect one. Okay, I'm going to send it to just you for now. But we'll be throwing it into the show notes on our Discord. But I think what I would dress up as to scare the shit out of people would 1000% be a plague doctor.
Yeah.
I think that's terrifying. I think plague doctors are so fucking creepy. And if I saw that just roaming, like if I just roamed down the road with a fucking top hat and a plague doctor mask on and like a dark black trench coat thing, I think I could scare the shit out of some people.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you can do it.
Yeah, I think so. It makes it hard for me to see, but that's okay. Plus, I could smell pretty flowers the whole time.
Your plague doctor lore.
I do. I think they're so interesting. Like the concept of them is so weird and so like, I don't know. I find it fascinating, but I'm also into the macabre. So
the macabre.
But I think the thing that would scare the shit out of me is also what I would do to scare the shit out of people.
So
that's kind of what I was
hearing.
Yeah, but like if I'm in control of the situation, it's not scary. If I know it's me under the mask, I'm not scared. But if it's a stranger that was wearing a plague doctor mask, I'd be like, oh, fuck. Oh, no. I'm going to die.
So do you think if you were walking through the Purge, right, and then you saw another person in a plague mask, you're in a plague mask, you see someone else in a plague mask, You think you're hurting each other, or are you gonna just do like one of those things where you kind of stare at each other, nod, and just like walk away?
I think we touch beaks. I'm pretty sure that's the normal thing to do.
That's how it's supposed to be done?
Yeah. I think you just kind of nuzzle beaks and then you walk away.
Okay.
Just
The most
nod.
unintimidating thing.
Aw. It's like a little fanfic for plague doctors.
That's wild.
There's gotta be. Okay. You know how like someone's like, if you think it exists?
That is a theory.
Do you think that there is fanfic of,
Yes.
hear me out, a fanfic of the Purge where there's two plague doctors and they fall in love because they're the only two dressed up as plague doctors?
No. But also the world of, are we going to go on Wattpad and look up the Purge?
I was just about to say that.
That would be, I don't want to do it.
I'm not going to lie. I'm
She's
not
doing
going to
it.
lie, guys. I had a Wattpad account. There's some stories on there. Nothing crazy. Mine was all like, I did like a zombie apocalypse one. There was no love. It was strictly just like
no love.
No love.
No
all
love
just
or care was given.
Adventure. The Purge BTS edition.
Ew.
No. The Purge Harry Styles. Oh God.
No. Just no.
Here's the excerpt, everyone. It all started one day. That one day she met those emerald eyes, but instead of a smile covering her mouth, it was a rag full of gas. She got kidnapped by Harry Styles in the United States issue of The Purge.
Okay.
That's enough. That's enough. That's enough, guys. We should just do a whole podcast where we just read random Wattpads.
Hell no.
Dude, I would love that shit.
Nope.
Please.
Nope.
That would be so good. The Purge,
also,
Brendan Urie.
I found it.
You found what?
I found the masks I was talking about.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say you found my random Wattpad idea.
Oh, I just realized it's not a wolf. It's a site. Oh my God, we're on the same page. We're on the same page.
What?
It is it's a bird.
Oh, that's sick. Oh yeah,
But
you and I. Wow, that's super similar to the fucking.
It is a cyber plague doctor, basically.
That's literally like future version of Plague Doctor. Yeah,
I dig it.
That's cyberpunk Plague Doctor.
Cyberpunk Plague Doctor.
That's the title of the episode.
Cyberpunk Plague Doctor.
Cyberpunk.
The Purge update in Cyberpunk 27.
Cyberpunk Black Plague Edition.
What do you call? Technically, I think the Purge is basically exists in Cyberpunk 2077 is just the Purge with loose police
and a lot of prostitutes.
Yes,
yeah,
a lot.
Anyways, so that is my question of the day.
I don't know. I feel like we got a lot of content out of that one.
We really did. That was quite a roller coaster we just went on, and we're sorry for everyone who was not ready for that. Must be this tall to ride.
Spicy.
Isaiah.
Yes.
Were you able to find any fucking facts for this film?
Why did you Google stuff? Because like this movie. Yeah, sort of.
Let's hear it for Fun Facts with Isaiah.
Thank you for my intro. I guarantee now I got like 6 facts. I'm sorry for you.
Oh, that's more than the last one, wasn't it? Like 3?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, let's hear it.
Let's do it. Okay. Now, we have Zach Gilford and Kylie Sanchez, I believe is how you pronounce it.
Mm-hmm.
And because I didn't realize Zach Gilford was in this movie because I literally just finished what's it called? The Fall of the House of Usher. And then I heard his voice and I was like, no. And then he popped up on the screen. I was like,
Fall of the House of Usher?
He's the main character.
No, he's not.
He's the young version of the main Usher, the dad.
Oh, Zach. Okay. For some reason, I thought you were talking about the other guy. Sorry. I thought you were talking about
the old Usher.
No, I thought you were talking about the other Purge guy, the mysterious one.
Oh, Frank Grillo?
Yeah, I forgot.
Not Frank Grillo.
Their names.
Zach Gilford is the one half of the couple.
That's what it was.
Yeah, so the couple Zach Gilford is the couple is played by Zach Gilford and Kylie Sanchez, who happen to be married in real life.
Really? I did not know that. But You know what? They kind of work together.
Even if the whole point is that they didn't.
Exactly.
Now, the Purge itself is a day after the spring equinox. Spring is obviously a symbol of rebirth and cleansing, which is why it takes place on March 20th.
Is that why?
Yes.
I was always wondering why they decided March.
Yeah, no, it's supposed to be the start of the spring equinox.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. Rebirth, cleansing of the soul.
Fucked up, but makes sense.
Now, Edwin Hodge, the homeless man from the first movie, is actually the guy who shows up in and shoots his way into the hunt arena.
Wait, which one?
So, the homeless man, who's played by Edwin Hodge, the guy from the first movie.
Oh yeah.
He, when I forgot Michael K. Sterling? Is it Michael? That's not Michael K. Sterling. Sorry, all the characters in this movie are very forgettable, so I'm having a hard time remembering any of their names.
Are you talking about the like rebellion dude?
Yeah, Michael Kenneth Williams. Yeah. Right. So Michael Kenneth Williams, right? Right before he shows up, the guy who shoots his way into the building to let him through. Mm-hmm. That's the same homeless man from the first Purge.
Oh.
Yeah, if you didn't realize.
I did not realize.
I was like, that guy's face looks very familiar, and then I found out.
See, when the guy in the van took the mask off, I thought that was supposed to be some big like reveal, but he was just an actor.
It was just Lakeith Stanfield before he was famous.
Yeah. But it was just like when he took the mask off, I was like, why did they treat this like it was supposed to be like, oh, it's him from the other movie? But it was not. It was just a guy.
Tyler Osterkamp and Nathan Clarkson, the Purgers from the first movie, is in the crowd of the rich people and are the only recurring characters. Because apparently we're not recurring characters.
Huh. See, they all look the same. So
yes. Yeah, the bunch of rich white people. Now, the film was turned into a scare zone at Halloween Horror Nights 2014.
Nice. I remember that.
I don't know.
Good times.
I
wasn't either, but I remember seeing it.
I was like, wow, this Purge thing's really big.
Yeah. Somehow.
Now, Frank Grillo. I love Frank Grillo. He's such a nice person.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's just a very down-to-earth person. But I found some stuff that I think you would find interesting about the man. Now, he was raised in the Bronx in Rockland County, New York. So he's a
that is so interesting.
Grillo then began wrestling at 8 years old and then took up boxing at 18. In 1991, he started practicing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Fuck yeah.
In which he is studied under Rickson Gracie.
Oh, okay. All right.
I don't know who that is, but I assumed you would. And now holds a brown belt.
Nice. I did not know I wonder if Jacob knows who he is, because Gracie is a very well-known name amongst the jiu-jitsu community. There is a lot of gyms called Gracie. So there's like Tampa Gracie. There's Orlando Gracie. It's like a lineage type thing, to my understanding. So I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't know. But brown belt's pretty high up there. I'm definitely not there.
Yeah, I definitely don't think he's So Frank Grillo is just someone you don't want to get into a fight with, and he probably will kill you.
Yeah. You know who else does jiu-jitsu that's famous?
Who? I was gonna make
Demi Lovato.
Demi Lovato?
Yeah.
Is she gonna? Can she punch my head off with one punch?
She is a higher belt than me, but I don't believe she is. Like, I don't believe she's better than me. I think I could kick her ass. I also Tom Hardy.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Paul Walker apparently too. I'm just Googling it.
I definitely feel like Tom Hardy could absolutely beat the crap out of anybody.
Oh, there's a video somewhere of him like competing just with another random guy. I'm like, imagine, like if I were like, imagine like
the ring and then Tom Hardy walks in.
Dude, I don't know if I would want to beat him or if I would want to be beaten by him. Like, I don't know if I want to be like, yeah, I fought Tom Hardy, he kicked my ass, or if I was like, yeah, I kicked Tom Hardy's ass. I think I'd want to kick his ass.
We'd be like, you lost, buddy, but we kind of we knew that was going in. What happened was going in.
Right. Oh, and Ashton Kutcher. That's a big one. Forgot about him.
Interesting. Okay.
Oh, you should know this one. Mark Zuckerberg. Yeah, dude, sure. He downloaded those. Okay. He downloaded how to do jiu-jitsu. He's a white belt, but he's like, there's videos of him online of him like competing, and there's like a really funny meme about him. Oh, it's so funny. So good.
The Matrix. You just call up, hey, I need to know how to fly a helicopter, and just downloads it into the brain. That's what Mark Zuckerberg did.
How to do a triangle. The last person I will mention that does it is Dave Bautista. Obviously not a shocker there that he does it, but He does it in Tampa.
Oh.
Yeah, because he has a house here. And he posted on his Instagram the other day when he was at a gym. And I was like, holy shit, I know that gym. That's like not far from where I work. I was like, what the fuck? That's weird.
That's cool. Imagine just walking out the street, Dave to pieces.
Imagine just dojo storming him.
Some friends of mine, we always made jokes about like we should Batista bomb him.
That'd be so good. Anyways.
So our final fact for today, with a budget of between 9 and 11 million, I was getting competing numbers, but it was between 9 and 11 million.
Mm-hmm.
This movie somehow made $111 million in the box office.
That did better than the Marvels.
This movie literally made 10 times its budget.
Holy shit. That's
so
shocking.
It made Universal some bank.
Yeah, for real.
Those are all my facts for today.
Okay. Well, I thank you for those facts. I am honestly shocked by the last one that they made that much bank.
And it only makes more money.
Let's discuss what the movie is. So here's the gist. You get the idea. Purge. It's been happening. It's been going on for it's been a thing. All right, keep up. But this time around, instead of like mainly revolving around one like group, we have 3 separate groups that kind of join up together and join arms. We have this mysterious, like dark, serious badass played by, what was his name?
Frank Grillo. He's the only saving grace of this movie.
Yes. And then we have this mother and daughter. And then we have this divorced or getting divorced couple that was the guy from...
They're getting separated. They haven't told their sister yet.
They haven't told their sister yet. Oh my God. So the 3 of them kind of all separately start off the purge, and then they come together through unfortunate events, and they have to survive the night together, basically. So I guess he's kind of the main guy. His name is Sergeant, by the way, in the movie. He has no, I don't know if that's his name or if that's just a nickname they gave him.
That's the nickname.
Yeah, I figured. But he's kind of like the leader of the group because he's got the guns. He's like got some military background for some reason that they don't really talk about. And then the mother's kind of a badass. She's kind of like the smart one of the group. And then the daughter's kind of the sassy one. And then the divorced couple is just kind of like annoying in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a bunch of crazy shit going down. They're being like hunted by these people. They're not sure why. So they're trying to figure that out. And they're also trying to run from them. Turns out they were being hunted to be thrown into an auction for the rich people to put bets on to then hunt them again.
It turned into the hunt.
It turned into the hunt / the Hunger Games, basically. Obviously, the mother and daughter divorced couple were not intended to be out during Purge night either, but Sergeant was. We find out at the end he wanted to avenge his son because his son died from drunk driving from another guy. So he went to go kill a guy, but he doesn't. So lots of story arcs, lots of story plots, lots of drama, lots of explosions. Thanks to Michael Bay.
Thanks, Bay.
Thanks, dude. So with all of that being said, hopefully you've seen the movie and you just skipped this part. Isaiah, what did you think of it?
You're just gonna bounce off me because I got a lot to say.
Okay.
This movie is so annoying.
Okay.
And the only reason it's better than the other two is because of Frank Grillo. I swear to you, Frank Grillo is what saves this franchise for me because
the franchise, not just the movie?
Not just the movie, no, the franchise.
Wow.
Which is saying something because these movies are trash. So, to start this movie, right? So all these people are out 2 hours before the purge starts. Why are you out? Why are businesses still open?
That's always been something that bothers me in these movies is why are people going out until the last minute? I would be hunkered down like 4 hours before.
The mother is at the diner, right? And they're like, and someone's just eating, like the guy's just eating food, be like, oh, you better get home. It's getting late. Like, yeah, you're also out eating food. Like, what are you doing here? Why is anybody out right now?
They never touch on that guy either. He like keeps hitting on her and he's like, let me take you home. And then they never do anything with that, but they do something with the guy at the apartment, which was also a really weird thing.
Yeah, like they have a lot of like false starts, is like what I like to call them. They'll like allude to something and then they just won't continue it. There is misdirection and then there's just throwing something in there because you're trying to misdirect somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Michael Bay must have had his hand a little more on this one because there's a lot more unnecessary.
There's a fucking turret.
Yeah, there's unnecessary explosions and slow-mo.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's the couple, right? And the couple is the most annoying.
The woman is the worst. The guy at least has like a redemption where he like blows up the car at some point, but the woman is just like annoying as hell.
Everything, all pieces of her dialogue, all of her actions, everything is just to state the obvious and cause a problem. Like every time she's like, they're running. We should run. Like, yeah. Oh, they're getting chased. Yeah. Oh my God, they're right behind us. That's why we're running.
I see it. I see it.
Oh, we got something like a bottle falls in the background. What was that? Like, you don't need to call it out, bro.
Yeah. And then she fucking screams when the rat's on her leg and alerts the dude. I was like, come on, lady.
My question also is it illegal to commit crimes in preparation for the purge? Because, you know, he kind of committed a little bit of vandalism there, like cutting the brakes off the car so that they would catch them while outside in the purge. Like, is that illegal? And then it's legal to kill them and kidnap them? Or like, I want to know the logistics of that. I really want I want a Purge Universal Lawyer website. That's what I really want.
Yes, please.
So this is a moment, right? They're in the tunnels, they're in the subway, and they're running. And there's the people that are kind of like the homeless people that are hidden in like the little side room, right? And then next thing you know, like purgers come through. They all then scattered into the line of fire into the subway.
Yeah, they were fine where they were.
Yeah, had they not gotten out, nobody would have seen them. No one would have died. No one would like. Why would you? Why would you do that? So even the NPCs, as I'll call them, are making dumb character decisions. So yeah.
Couldn't have put it better myself.
And also, so she trips, like, so the mom trips, right? And I'm like, how she's sitting there for like a solid 30 seconds of trying to get up. Like, how long does it take to get up from tripping?
She does say shortly after that she just like froze. So that could be.
I don't know. I don't believe it.
But it was really weird because the thought, like, it felt like something was being led up. Like, cause she said something about like, it's hard to breathe or something. And then the daughter's like, a couple minutes later is like, are you okay? And she's like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm just worried or something. And it made me feel like she was going to have like a heart attack or something. And then she collapsed and I thought maybe that's what was happening. But then they just never bring up the situation again.
Oh, it really is just weird. Those directions they wanted to go in and then they just don't do anything with it.
Yeah. They're like, actually, let's just completely pivot.
Yeah. One of the things I noticed, right, is that in the hunt arena, they're all the purgers are wearing night vision goggles, right? But there's people watching from the like booth. So if it's dark and it's too dark for them to see in the arena itself, you're telling me that these people are going to watch. They're just watching a dark room. They can't see anything. What are they watching?
I thought there were TV screens or something that they were maybe watching.
No, they're watching through a window into the arena.
Yeah, I guess you're right then.
So you're just watching a very dark room with a bunch of people with night vision goggles trying to hunt down some people. I'm like, what are you looking at exactly? You can't see anything. Ex Machina to get saved by the anti-NFFA. But I'm so glad that the rich army waited for them to have the conversation of them talking about who they were and what they were going to do in the arena before they just started the all-out war. So that's great.
Appreciate it.
And then also, at the end of the movie, the guy who ends up trying to kill Frank Grillo the entire movie, why does he feel it's necessary to tell him the entire conspiracy that the NFFA is doing of, oh, the reason why there's a bunch of kill squads all out in the street is because people aren't purging enough and this thing's all about population control, so they have to kill more poor people, but people aren't doing enough, so they got to send in squads from the military to do it. Why is he telling him all this?
Yeah, that's really stupid of him.
Like he like they went with the whole villain tells the master plan thing.
In time for them to survive or get rescued.
Literally saved by the bell. Literally saved by the bell.
Literally. Yeah.
So yeah, I gave it a 2 out of 5.
Okay.
And the only reason why it gets a 2 out of 5 is because of Frank Grillo.
I pretty much agree with everything you said. I have another couple points I'd like to make. First thing I ever wrote down was, why does the daughter look as old as the mother? They definitely could have played off as sisters for sure. Mother daughter, not so much. The daughter looked like she was in her 30s, maybe 20s. I liked so the concept at first was like the couple, they get their car destroyed or whatever, and they're stuck outside downtown during the purge.
Mm-hmm.
That's freaky. Like that concept to me was very thrilling. And I was like, oh, I can't wait to see what they do with this. And then I hated everything they did with the couple. So they had me in the first half and then they lost me.
They really should have just combined got rid of the couple and just make the story about the two girls. I bet the mother and the daughter, and then give them the place of the couple of them being stuck out and during purge night because of whatever situation.
Yeah, it would have been fine if they had just completely eliminated them, because they don't really serve any purpose other than that, just being there. I also think the daughter, Callie, I believe was her name.
Mm-hmm. You are remembering way more names than I am.
I wrote it down at the time, so that's the only reason I know it. I only know Callie and Sargent. So the daughter, so she was, in my opinion, she was good at acting scared, but annoying at everything else.
Yeah.
She was kind of just like this loudmouth, pushy, nosy brat. And I was just like, I kind of am okay if you die in this somehow. But she did play very, like, especially in the scene where the guy like breaks into their apartment and stuff. Like, she did really well there.
She was like really obsessed with saving Frank Grillo, like making sure that he doesn't go kill this.
Yeah, there was some weird tension between the two of them. It was very weird, very uncomfortable.
But it was like she was trying to save his like soul for some reason.
Yeah,
I don't know why she felt
please
so
let us save you. It's like, okay, he's not saying no. In fact, he's not saying anything because he's been shot. I felt like a fucking video game at times, especially when they're like sneaking around the city, because it was like, oh, wait for the lady to turn and finish her line, like the lady on the bridge, and they're like, wait for her to finish her line and then we'll run across. It just felt very like quick time event, you know, especially when he was like waiting for the guy to come around the corner and he like puts him in a chokehold. That felt like a quick time event to me for some reason. So the friend's house, right? Lorraine, I think is what I wrote her name as. So I'm assuming that was the character's name. I think that whole sequence was really well done. I think the pacing, very well done. I think the tension was high. I felt very eventful. Like it was just like from the get-go, as soon as you got there, I was like, something's off, but I don't know what's going to happen. I just know something's going to happen. I can feel it.
You feel it in my bones.
Yeah, I did like that. I felt like it was done well. I didn't think it would go the way it went. I honestly thought that Lorraine was going to do something. And I think that's where it's a good example of misdirection.
Yes.
And not what they did in the beginning.
Everybody's off-putting, but they kind of gave you enough clues to be like, okay, so who the hell is the one that's going to like pop off here? Mm-hmm. And they kind of point you in like, this is the person you should be looking out for. And next thing you know, the person in the shadows. Yeah. Yeah. Misdirection executed perfectly versus the first half of the movie where misdirection is executed poorly.
Both in the same movie, surprisingly. I agreed. Frank Grillo did a great job at acting. He was definitely like the most intriguing character and the most convincing actor out of them all. I think that the first half of the film was really strong, really solid in its story. And then I wouldn't even say the second half. It was just that weird hunt portion just felt really out of place. Like they just really changed plans and it just became the fucking Hunger Games out of nowhere. And I was like, what the and then it went back to the Purge. It was just felt very like if they had set it up a little more to I guess allude to that, it would have felt less out of left field, but they didn't, so it didn't feel like that.
Yeah. Like, and it's weird that these Keith Stanfield and his little squad there are just like randomly hunting this specific couple.
Yeah, there's no like answer as to why they're targeting the mother and the daughter or why they're so keen on him. It's like you could literally just grab anyone. Why are you picking these people specifically and like hunting them down for these reasons? Obviously, there's an ex machina, and I mean, there's always going to be an ex machina, but it's whatever. I kind of looked past it, and I just felt like this, compared to the other two movies, I felt like this one really had actual emotion and like a real story, and like each character had their own story arc that was done well, and it felt fitting. I think the characters had, well, fucking character. I felt like they weren't just like two-dimensional people, and they actually had some story, like backstory behind them and some depth, which you don't really get with the Purge. So I appreciated that. So for those reasons, I gave it a whopping 2.5.
Wow.
Yeah, with all that positivity being said, I still gave it a 2.5 because it's the fucking Purge.
I think that's an interesting take.
Yeah, that is all that will be said. Do you have anything else you want to add?
No, just confused, and I hope the next one's better. And it's the only one I have seen, and from what I remember, I think it is. However, I haven't watched it since it came out, which was in 2015. So it's been a while.
I mean, I thought the first Purge, I remembered the first Purge being a lot better than it was. So we'll see.
Yeah, exactly. So we will see.
Yeah. Well, thank you everyone for listening to today's episode. Please be sure to follow us on Instagram if you're not already, so you can get any and all updates regarding the show. Also, while you're at it, if you'd like to send us some of your favorite movie suggestions, or even your least favorite, or just movies you would like us to watch, then you can send those in at silverscreensips@gmail.com. And we will see you guys all next week with the Purge election year. Get ready to get political.
Go out and vote. Get your vote stickers.
I was trying to think of like a soda. No, that's not.
Soda.
Have you not seen that clip?
No.
Ugh.